Something interesting. Are y'all ready? Would you just look at it? Here it comes. Amazing.
A high-profile lawmaker in Congress says she and other House members feared for their lives the day a pro-Trump mob stormed the Capitol. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wants to ensure such an event never happens again. Sinclair national correspondent James Rosen reports one of her proposals is raising alarms.
Mr. Speaker,
Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York begins her second term as a titan of the party's progressive wing, a media celebrity on a scale Congress has never produced before, already the subject of 4 biographies, 2 books of quotations, a coffee table book of photographs, a coloring book, and several comic books.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is pragmatic, she's smart, she's the future of the Democratic Party.
Pragmatic, smart, and a future of the Democratic Party with coloring books. What does that sound like? Does that sound like some freaking conditioning right there? Coloring books for children? I mean, what? She's never run a business. She's never done anything other than immediately jump in, go from what, bartending to jumping in to the government dole. Listen to this shit. This is just amazing. Next, let's see what else she wants to attack here. Besides freedom. Probably freedom of speech, maybe. Let's see.
She knows how to use social media and use it well. She's established herself as someone who understands the needs of people on the ground.
thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
Ocasio-Cortez is also, lest we forget, a member of the Oversight and Government Reform Committee, which has broad jurisdiction over federal regulation. After the Capitol riot, AOC, as the Congresswoman is now universally known, said she and many other lawmakers worried they were going to lose their lives that day.
I had a very close encounter where I thought I was going to die.
Now, the Democrat from Queens is using her unique stature to promote a new cause, tighter regulation.
Now, you didn't see any of this whenever there was buildings burning down all over the country, looting all over the country, killing all over the country, all on social media too. You didn't hear anything about this nonsense. Watch this.
Of the media.
We're going to have...
Let me back that up just for a second. Listen, here we go.
The Democrat from Queens is using her unique stature to promote a new cause, tighter regulation of the media.
We're going to have to figure out how we rein in our media environment so that you can't just spew disinformation and misinformation.
You hear that? It's all about safety. You just can't have just some free speech running around there. You're going to have to figure out how to rein it in. Talk about a slippery slope there. Every government that has gotten too big, the first thing they need, well, actually, it's the second thing. First thing, they got to get your arms under control so that you don't fight back at all. And then the second thing, they got to stop you from assembling, and engaging in critical thought, free speech type of stuff. Look at this.
There's absolutely a commission that's being discussed.
When President Trump urged the repeal of the federal statute that shields social media platforms from lawsuits, many denounced him for moving to censor speech he doesn't like.
Do you see that? You hear that? There's a law that protects social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, all of them, that protects them from being sued for censorship because it's a public space. It's free speech. So they can't be held accountable for what's put on their platforms. However, they want to deny the free speech. How can you have both? How can you say, all right, I want an exemption, I get an exemption, and you can't sue me for stuff that may be spread on a public forum? All right, and then right behind that, you say, hey, we're going to stop what you spread on public forums. If we disagree with it, it's just violates our community standards. No, the community standard, if you're going to be exempted from lawsuits, is freedom to post your own ideas, even if you disagree with them. Even if somebody has an opinion that is wrong, that's completely wrong. So what? That's freedom of speech. The slippery slope here. See what else?
A conservative attorney and activist harbors similar concerns now.
The concern is the lack of faith in American people, that you need somebody like AOC or those in Washington to be able to filter information because the American people can't handle it themselves.
Congresswoman.
You hear that? Because they'll do it. Big Daddy, Big Mama government. They'll be able to filter, what you see, what you hear, and what you're able to speak. They'll filter it for you. How about that? And AOC's a damn hero. Coloring books and all. All right. I don't know. This is it, I guess. All right. Adios, mofos.